ChatGPT was not designed to take on Google, but it is. And it's going to even more. I have just written an article how ChatGPT will dramatically change SEO. It's going to change Google. It's going to dramatically affect SEO. And I'll explain why now. Look, I understand there are a lot of people who really don't even know what ChatGPT is yet. They certainly haven't thought of it as an alternative to Google and how it can affect SEO, but let's get into it. As a digital marketer, this is exactly what I get paid to do. We try to figure out customer trends, consumer behaviors. We try to figure out what's happening in the algorithms and the tools that we're using to help capture the attention of the target audience and drive people to our clients' websites. That's what we get paid to do. Now, Google is panicked, not publicly, but I guarantee it internally. There are people in Google who are very nervous about ChatGPT. Why? Because right now, the way Google works is if somebody has a question or they're looking for information, they go to Google way more than any other source to get the answer. But Google doesn't give them the answer. What does it actually do? It points them to a website or websites where they can get the answer. So it doesn't actually answer the question most of the time. It points them to where the answer is located. ChatGPT is completely different because it was designed to simply answer the question. Now, how does this affect Google? Well, almost all of us in the SEO world have designed the websites and do all these things to make Google happy because 40% of website traffic comes from organic Google search engine results. What we call SERP is created and traffic is generated from their results, and we want to rank as high as possible. Or people buy ads on Google to drive people, again, back to their websites. But if they're not going to Google, if they're just going straight to ChatGPT instead, then that changes the game. Why do we use Google? Because of volume. But there are other ways to generate traffic, including paid ads, right? Email campaigns, traditional advertising methods, SMS or your text campaigns. There are a variety of ways that you can drive website traffic, but Google right now is by far the dominant. ChatGPT, what is it? Well, I actually had a conversation with ChatGPT about it, and you can kind of see here, it goes into what it is and how it was born and the benefits of it. Fascinating information. You might really want to read this. The benefits of ChatGPT for business owners, the benefits of ChatGPT for people in general, summarizing what it is and how it works. I actually asked it a question I think is very interesting. I said, I foresee a future where more people ask you, ChatGPT, directly for answers to questions than currently are asking Google, because in part your answer to the question directly instead of pointing others to websites where the answer can be found. Do you agree? If not, why not? The answer from GBT is actually right here. It's difficult to predict the future with certainty, but it's certainly possible that more people may ask me directly for answers to questions in the future. One reason for this is I'm designed to understand natural language queries and generate human-like responses that directly address the user's question. As you mentioned above, I can provide answers directly instead of simply pointing users to external websites or resources. And that right there is the crux of why I think SEO is about to take a major paradigm seismic shift change. Because if you have the choice between going to Google directly or going to ChatGPT directly and asking a question, Google's going to point you to other places. ChatGPT is just going to answer the question. I think consumers are going to figure that out and say, hey, why would I want to go to Google or Bing or Yahoo or DuckDuckGo or any of the other places and ask them questions for them to point me in the direction of the answer when I could just go to ChatGPT and get the answer directly? So I think that's going to change. How is it going to change? Well, I've got I was talking about the other sources of traffic, and here they are here, right, in the article. So you can see where I say there's 7 main sources of internet traffic right now, and here's where they are, right? So I think that what will happen is people will start investing in more of these other channels to compensate for the changes in Google and ChatGPT. And so it's not all bad news. It's bad probably for Google, but not necessarily bad for the rest of us. The fact is, right now, SEO is pretty much designed to make Google happy, because 90% of search engine traffic, in fact, it's a little bit more than 90%, on both mobile and desktop runs through Google. A lot of the traffic, 40% of all traffic runs through organic search on Google. 28% of website traffic is generated from ads on Google. When you add that up, over half the internet traffic is running through Google right now. So if ChatGPT can, or let's say will, do what I think it will do, and that is dramatically reduce the number of users that go through Google, then that is a paradigm shift, a seismic shift of what SEO will look like in the future. Why? Because these campaigns are designed to do one thing and one thing only. It isn't to make Google happy, although we do that now because we have to. It's ultimately designed to increase the visibility of these websites and get people from wherever they are over to that specific website, Google or not. So ChatGPT is a really cool tool. If you're not familiar with it, you can do all kinds of things with it. Again, read the article. It'll teach you about ChatGPT in a very clear, precise way. But it'll also, if you're in marketing or if you're a website owner, it's going to give you some insight to what's coming down the road as soon as this year, 2023. I think we're going to start to see some dramatic declines in traffic on Google. Not because that was the intention of ChatGPT, but because that's the natural progression of where this is going. If you can ask a question and get deferred to potential sources to get the answer, or you can ask a question and just simply be given the answer, which would you prefer? I think a lot of people are going to choose the latter and switch their patterns away from Google over to ChatGPT. That's my theory. I think it's a pretty sound one. I make the case for it in the article. Thank you for watching. My name is Ira Bowman. If you want help increasing your visibility of your company or yourself online, consider hiring us at Bowman Digital Media to help with just that. Have a great day, everybody.